Today we'll look into a scenario in which the Arab League has a civil war. And the event that kicks it off is Algeria declaring war on Morocco. Tunisia joins Morocco. Libya joins Algeria. Syria joins Algeria. Jordan and Saudi Arabia join Morocco. And I don't know if this is even realistic because, well, I haven't looked into much of the tensions. Well, Yemen will join that side. Well, Lebanon joins Syria's side because if they don't, they get crushed. Palestine joins, well, Jordan's side because if they don't, they get crushed. While Egypt joins the red team. Sudan joins the red team. Eritrea joins the red team. Somalia doesn't because they're not want to be a part. But I'm not sure about Sudan. They might join the blue team, but I feel like they'll join the red team as well. Egypt is very strong. And then Mali and Mauritania, well, they both join this side. But there is a group in Mali that says no. No. We don't join that side. And their name is, well, the Republic of Azawad. Yeah, it doesn't exist, but just because it might in the future, yeah, well, they join this side because, well, they don't want to be a part of this war. Well, Kuwait and Qatar join Saudi Arabia. Well, Iraq joins them. And we will also see naval dominance in this video. No. I'm going to do the blue team first because, well, it looks like they'll be quicker. The Suez Canal is a major focal point in this war. But Saudi Arabia and Jordan occupy basically this, I'd say. Well, because Iran can't get involved, we'll have to not get into their territorial water. But even if we do, well, you don't want to. Well, they already take that because they can. And now we will look at blue team naval supremacy. Which I don't know if this is the same color that I wanted. Yeah, it's good enough. And well, they occupy these lands in this important strait to Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia has moved to just the Persian Gulf, which is a dangerous move. And then, oh, they already get naval domination there. And they somehow managed to do this. And their naval domination may not be as good because, well, they have a lot of weaker nations, but Egypt is a strong nation. I guess Egypt and Algeria will basically be holding this team on their backs. And then there's civil war. In a civil war. Hey, that's pretty cool. A civil war in a civil war. And now for the first operations. Well, in this area, well, it's done by Iraq and Syria in Lebanon. Well, they push in the Kuwait, taking that out. And with the remaining boats from, well, Iraq that were encircled and backed into the ports, now pushes down. And they're being beaten by the Egyptian navy. But their own navy is well beating Egypt's. Well, it is. Okay, now that... Well, Yemen's coast is being taken. Well, Egypt's Red Sea Navy is then cut off because, well, of all the weaker nations. Yeah, a lot of naval dominance is happening because, well, one of the first things in a war that's common sense to do first, well, is to create naval and air domination, which countries do sometimes fail in doing. Yemen is like Saudi Arabia does this. Yemen takes where everyone lives and then goes to the resources. Yeah, good idea. An oil-rich nation like yourself. Then they make some footholds in this area, but only to there. Well, in this area, well, doesn't go so well. And well, Aswad is crushed. And Morocco maintains its naval strength, and it's also stronger than Algeria, so it basically holds off Algeria's assault. But they do manage to do this. And then while they start ravaging the Tunisian navy. Well, they do manage to make a little push down at Morocco's navy, but they escape out the strait. Well, they make naval landings in Tunisia. Some in the north, some in here, and then they push in. Eventually, they start pushing all fronts. This is why this one is so much better than the old mappings off. Yeah, an Arab League civil war. Well, they push in and quickly take out Palestine. Oh, they push down, almost there. No. Well, they push across. And Saudi Arabia, which has a very strong navy, well, completely sinks the, well, Iraqi, and then completely sinks this one. And yeah. Now they're at the Suez Canal, in which they take the opportunity to say, well, the Suez Canal is mine. And well, with this, well, their overwhelmingly strong navy starts to push up. Well, they get pushed up. Well, no one's supporting any of these Civil War nations, like in the Germany Civil War, in the Bosnian Civil War. Yeah, German and Bosnian, because I know their states pretty well. I also know Australia, as if you want an Australian one. And well, they push, well, Iraq out of the south. And then they start more campaigns further north. Well, Iraq is in a lot of trouble. Oh, they push into up. And well, Iraq is in trouble. Well, they push up there. And you know how America's not getting involved in this? Well, they went carbon neutral. Well, when you're up against superpower, it doesn't seem to go that well. I'm surprised they didn't even take this island to say they took it. Well, they do. Well, they used lightning war. Yeah, Blitzkrieg. Really? That's still used? Oh, a big defense is put up, and now we're at a stalemate. With Sudanese forces, well, pushing them back in Eritrea, but the Eritrean forces have better moved back to where they have the best supply lines. Well, they also push Saudi Arabia back, taking back the Suez Canal, but with a powerful navy on both sides. Well, they're like, what do you take? And then they continue their advance into Egypt, and they take Cairo. Well, now they start their naval bombardment. I don't know if this is a realistic way this would go. Yeah, I don't even think naval fighting works like this. I think there would be more strategy than just this. Like, let's say this. They push up into Greek territorial waters. I'm sure Greece loves that. Yeah, they go up to Greece and they decide, yeah, we own the Aegean Sea. And this is how they ended the disputes over the Aegean Sea. They took it for themselves. They push through Malta's territorial water and circle Sardinia, even though they're not fighting Italy. And Italy's like, what? But they just fuel up in the... And well, they leave Italy because they're like, bye Italy, bye Malta. And then they're like, bye Greece, and bye Turkey, because, well, they don't need it, and the fighting resumes over the Aegean Sea. Yeah, good job. Well, the Navy gets obliterated. Morocco's Navy goes through the straits. And they push up. Oh, and all you can do is retreat. Well, they don't even make any good strategies. It's like, well, the new plan is now just to take back Morocco. Moroccan troops initiate the plan to take back their land, and then with the Saudi Arabian Navy takes back these lands. And with rebels hearing about this and Azawad area, they take it back. Well, they thought they made a good advance. Well, I guess not. Oh, Morocco and Tunisia starts Operation Don't Melt to Death. Because if you melt to death, well, they don't win the war. Well, they push along the coast. And along the coast, they meet up at Algiers to take the city. And now they start a faster campaign in. And then they meet Libya, which basically, except the areas Egypt is defending, is undefended. Which is mostly points along the coast. Yeah. These areas. That's what Egypt is defending, but Egypt is now having to put troops to the south too. Stop this advance. They're barely standing. Well, a surprise attack is launched. They say they're going to keep pushing south there, but really they're like, boom. And then they start their never-ending Nile campaign, which moves basically Egypt off guard, and they take these lands back. And well, with this big strategic loss, well, they push to the Nile, then up the Nile, and then, well, Sudan, they push down, they get to Khartoum, and they're like, boom. And then after this, they go boom, boom, boom. And then they're like, with the last pieces of their artillery, no. With the rest of the red team in trouble, well, they push in. Well, now we can have a well-described treaty. Partial mobilization? Oh no. Well, it probably won't be that bad. It's only partial. Well, everyone's like, treaty time. Including the Mali Civil War, which happened in the Arab League Civil War, which is now over. Well, just because Saudi Arabia can, they annex these lands. And they annex what they say, the Saudi Arabian coast. Aradenta Saudi Arabia is what they changed their name to. No. That would be a good name. Ain't that right, UAE? And now look at the lands they take. Well, it's a big chunk of land. But I've seen bigger lands taken. The Treaty of Trianon took 75% of Hungary's land. Do you think that's fair? Well, I don't. Does Hungary? Well, I doubt it. I know they don't, though. Hungary deserve all those lands back. I'm just saying. But no Hungarians watch me, which is sad. And also, only 9% of ye are subscribed. Of ye? Really? Guys, you got to do something about that. But if you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to, because I'm not fascist. No, because fascism is evil. And Aswad is like, yum. Hungry. You want some land? Yeah, because you're hungry. Well, Morocco's like, yum, coast. Tunisia's like, ooh, chub time. Well, who annexes? Which treaty do we go ahead with first? Yeah, the Treaty of Riyadh. Even though it probably should be the Treaty of London, because I got a lot of London viewers, or the Treaty of Athens. Tell me which one. Well, I mostly got American viewers, because, well, Americans, and Americans are pretty chill. Well, Saudi Arabia is like, welcome to the new caliphate. Oh, no, nobody got that hard. Well, everybody is back to the united again. And I don't know why there's land exchanges. Like, it was only a civil war. Well, because there is. It's like how Serbs got Bosnia. Didn't get treated so fairly. What if they won? They could have won. But, it's always a blue team winning because blue is a better color. Well, some countries are basically untouched. Well, Lebanon is the best off country out of all of these. But, Lebanon's a pretty cool country. No, Morocco, you don't need Tunisia's land, do you? Saudi Arabia begins its plan. Yeah, there's going to be one more event before it ends. Which just basically means, well, we'll use our trusted orange color. Yes, orange is very trusted. And then we'll watch the Arab League grow again. And maybe see Saudi Arabia eat all of its neighbors. Yeah, maybe. It may only be a maybe. But yeah, just watch Arab League reappear. Because we should. But the first major event in this, rebuilding of is Saudi Arabia is like, I'm going to eat all my neighbors. No, but they should be. Well, this one, Jordania is Aden, even though could just call it Jordan. Kuwait is, Oman is, and this is. And then we have the rebuilding of the pact. First, we have Mauritania and Mali, and then them joining. Niger decides to join. Somalia, Sudan, Chad, Libya, Egypt, Algeria, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Turkey decides to join, along with their trusted ally, Azerbaijan. They call this the Greater Arab League. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, before I go, I have to say one thing. We need to get to 50 subscribers. We're at 38. That's 12 away, which is pretty great. Just 12. Think of it. When I started, I had 0 subscribers. And now, look, 3 months later, I'm up to 38 subscribers. May not be impressive, but I think it is. And I'm being watched globally. And I have over 3,000 views. So thank you for viewing. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Wild Mapper out.